all. In this podcast series, we have Asif with us. Asif is a very seasoned RPA professional and he has around 10 years of industry experience. So, handing over to Asif. Asif, could you please introduce to my audience?
Sure. Hello, everyone, and thanks, Deepin, for having me here. So, I would like to give a short introduction about me. Myself, Asif Shaikh, a senior lead developer. So, my current role is to understand the requirements, do the feasibility studies, doing the code review developments of bots, and designing the documents, NSDD, and other documents as well, performing control room upgrades. And also, I'm active community speaker where I have talk on special topics like SAP automation and credential migration on Automation Anywhere. Also, I have written a blog for Automation Anywhere, and it is on Developer Forum. So
Awesome.
I have been involved in a couple of meetups with Automation Anywhere, I would say.
That's great to know. Could you please throw some light on your RPA journey? Like how you became an RPA developer or how you became an RPA lead developer?
Yeah, beginning of my career, I started as a Java developer. I got an opportunity to learn RPA. So basically, we started doing automation with the traditional RPA method, like using the different technologies like Java, .NET, Java Swing AWT, and VB script, JavaScript. This kind of technology we used to create a small components, and then we used to merge it into make it in one proper stack, and then we used to deploy. So this is a kind of a traditional RPA. Then I got an opportunity to work with Automation Anywhere with V version 10. There I certified as an advanced developer, and then I started my journey over there, slowly and gradually learning Automation Anywhere and other RPA stuffs. So it was, I feel it was quite very interesting to know about the RPA, as it was very new to the market. And at the same time, even when I was switching my career to RPA, I was feeling like, is there any scope in RPA? I'm shifting my journey from Java developer to RPA developer. Will it make a sense or not? So somehow I make a decision, and then I started into RPA. Then I got certified slowly and started making some innovations, like developing the bots for migration of credential vaults. And this is how I started, and currently I'm a lead developer. There are so many research and R&D which I have done, and I've contributed to the team where I work for.
Okay. So your kind of a transition was from Java developer to being an Automation Anywhere developer.
Yes.
Or rather, I would say RPA developer.
Yes.
I would like you to mention some of the exciting RPA projects which you have worked on. If I go through your profile, your professional career, I feel that you have mostly worked with the industries like healthcare, manufacturing, and the telecom sector. So, would you like to throw some lights on the thrilling projects or very exciting kind of a project that you have been part of?
Yeah, I mean, so far I got an opportunity to work with the manufacturing domain, healthcare domain, and telecommunication domain. So there were n number of process where I have found it was thrilling. One of them was when I was in manufacturing domain, again about migrating the credentials, as it was a very trickiest task to perform this activity manually in every 2 months. So this was taking a huge bandwidth, I would say, for all the team. And then also being into RPA, we were doing the manual stuff, copying the credential to our credential vault manually. That is causing much errors, and due to which we used to face a client escalations. So I jumped into this topic, and I thought, okay, let's do some innovation. As I was from the Java background, so I learned about the credential APIs of a control room and other APIs of control room. So I started exploring APIs of Automation Anywhere, and then started making small stuffs, and finally able to create a bot that used to copy the credentials from Excel to our control room. So one of these experience I have, and currently I would say I'm working with the healthcare domain, where there are many of the places where we got stuck if any Automation Anywhere commands are not enough to work on or to perform or to achieve that activity or that step. So many times I used to use a JavaScript there to overcome this challenge.
Okay, that has been an exciting journey for you. I mean, till in your career, if you remember, how many projects you might have completed?
When it comes to project, almost 40 to 45 bots I have created so far, or it can be more.
Hmm.
That is also into like different applications. I love automating SAP and
Hmm.
web applications. So far, getting more interested as I have started to use a VB script. Also, I have used macros and VBA many places wherever it's needed.
You have been working around 40 to 45 kind of a projects or what you have already built, so that might be a hell lot of learning experience that you might have in implementing RPA solutions. So I would like I or the audience might want to know, how did you overcome challenges there? Definitely there would have been a lot of challenges. Could you please highlight one or two challenges that were hard to overcome, and that for that you've struggled a lot and there was a lot of learning happened on that? That would be helpful for the audience.
Yeah, one of the project I would say being into development as a senior developer when we were having 8 to 9 member of a teams where two to three of them every weekly used to do support activities. So there we were facing a challenges, and I created a monitoring bot there using APIs. So that bot used to actually monitor the control room, and wherever it got failed, it used to trigger a mail with the screenshot. So that helped us a lot, and also I got recognized for that for that. And I mean, in overall journey, I would say there are many more challenges that are coming, which as a developer, I mean, during the development, especially being a developer, you have to be one of the best person who has very good observations. So when we are developing the bots, we have to observe things very closely, and and the main step I would say, starting during the requirement gathering, we have to make sure all
Mhm.
the steps mentioned in the process definition documents are very much similar to what we are doing, or exact steps which we are going to automate. So if there are any hiccups in the PDD, definitely we're going to face that issue during the development. So I would say we have to look into these two things very closely.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And when it comes to delivering RPA projects, so feasibility is the word that matters. Like how you assess the feasibility, like while you are working on a new process or assessing any new opportunity, right? For the process automation. So, what are your consideration for RPA feasibility studies?
So for feasibility, we used to check if it is first of all, we used to understand whether it is attended bot or unattended bot, and whether any of the process which we are doing a feasibility, is it feasible with automation anywhere or any specific tool. So we have to check that first, and rest I think it's quite simple to understand all the steps which are included.
Okay, so there you're, I mean, in the organization which where you might have worked, so you might have a feasibility metrics or any sheet or any steps that you might have follow, like best practices, right?
Yeah, like is there any kind of a human intervention needed, then it would be
Mhm,
considered
mhm.
as a attended bot. And if it is unattended bot, then all the steps are what we are watching as a requirement gathering. Is it feasible to do that into an automation, and I mean any of the tool in unattended mode. So this kind of feasibility we used to check.
Mhm. Okay, okay.
Any kind of a human involvement is needed, like at some place we could find it will be too much judgmental, where as a human has to take a decision. So we do check this stuff.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So with that, moving on to the next question, which is coming right in my mind, is like you have spent almost now close to 10 years, and I think more than 8 years in RPA space. So definitely, you might have architected the solutions for automations. So while creating the architecture or a technical solutioning, what are your main areas, or what are your considerations that the audience can look up to? Like how you plan to architect a particular automation?
Okay, so when we used to I mean when I used to do or create any kind of architecture for any of the bot, I used to always keep this in mind, that I have to create as much as reusable components, and the modular of the components. I mean, when I say modular, we we have to make sure that the steps should be or the bots which we are creating should be reusables, and also it should be in a modularized format, which all with all the details, detailed steps with the I mean that can be a self-explanatory. When we are developing the bots, it should be
Mhm.
self-explanatory when we are writing the code. And first of all, I used to create a high level flow of any of the solution which I used to get. Then I broke it down into a pieces where I can think of that, yes, this can be done into this modular, this can be done into this modular, and this modular should be a reusable component. So this is
Okay.
how generally I used to think.
Mhm. So you, what you do is like once you get the opportunity, and this is kind of an automation process, then you lay out a plan and you create a high level components like at the interaction level, how the bot is going to interact with this application, and this is the kind of a high level diagram or high level uh, architecture, and then you
Yeah.
plan ahead on that. Okay, that's a learning which aspiring senior developers or aspiring solution architects could take it from this conversation. How do you ensure about the quality? Like, for example, whatever bots have been built or developed, how do you make sure that there's a quality code or there's a reliability?
Yeah, I mean, if we have to keep this in mind, then especially we have to follow the best practices. We have to properly use error handlers. We have to properly use retry logics, and we have to make sure at every steps we are doing a logging the logs, so that at any of the point of a time, if anything is getting stuck, so we can have a look into the logs that can give us a better picture what went wrong and why it got stuck, and also sending the screenshots to the support team. So in this way we can identify the root cause of the failure of the bot.
And once the bot is, let's say, developed and it is productionized, uh, what are the best practices do you follow or your team follows in order to monitor the bot and support those live bots? Would you like to
Yeah,
share some?
after doing the development, before going to UAT, we used to have a code review. I mean, any of the senior developer or solution architect can have a look into a bot uh, and give their recommendation and suggestion. Yeah, this you can just use this method, or you can try this way, or if something is missing, can highlight that here. So any of the team member would take it as a good feedback and used to implement the same. And then we used to have a SDD sign off, and then it goes to UAT. Once in the UAT it is done, it is
Mhm.
deployed in the UAT, then we used to do the UAT sessions for depending upon the client agreed on, yes, they are much you know good to go with the production. Till that time we used to do a UAT, and once it's done we have to do a quick fixes in the UAT findings, and then we move it to production.
Okay. Okay. My question was more of a like once bot is moved to the production and the monitoring piece of it, the monitoring and the support piece, how
Mhm.
that is being taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah, so far I have experience in my journey. I have experience in multiple ways. I have worked in a team where we used to do monitoring. Even if I'm
Okay.
a lead developer, I used to do a monitoring stuff for twice a week. And
Mm-hmm.
I have also been in a team where there is a different support team. You just have to do the development stuff and hand it over to the support team, and they will take care of everything. And right now, I'm into a scenario where we are doing the development and UAT and hypercare. Once the
Mm-hmm.
hypercare is done, we hand it over to client, and then to wholly client is responsible for doing all the activity
Okay.
once the bot is live into the production.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. So, moving on to the next segment. So, you might be hearing that there are a lot of advancements and a lot of new features coming into RPA space, whether it's Gen AI capabilities, intelligent document processing. So, there's a lot of things happening in the RPA space. How you yourself keep yourself up to date with these emerging trends, or what advice would you like to give to the viewers how they can keep themselves up to date?
Yeah, I mean, this is also one of the good point, as you said, Dipinder. I would request all of the people to have a look into generative AI, as it is a new trend. And one of the point I would like to add, also play with the Chat GPT. So that can give you more excitement. And I have seen I mean a lot of opportunity going on, and a lot of tutorials going on with generative AI. So I would recommend people to go with to learn some generative AI. and for sure, I'm into middle of that. I'm also doing the same.
Okay. I mean, in IT, whenever you are whether you are an RPA developer or whether you are a developer, you are in information technology field. Then this field is ever evolving. You have to keep yourself up to date.
Updating.
So there is
Yeah.
no other point than upskilling yourself, taking out some time on daily basis to upskill yourself. I want you to give some advice to aspiring RPA developers how they can start their career into RPA and how they can grow along.
For aspiring developers, I would say they have to be connected to the community first. They have to stick to the community. They can start learning. They should complete their trainings, and they should do certifications where they can explore and get involved into board games and RPA challenges. So they will be keep themselves busy, and even having attending such kind of podcast, having a look on what the trend is going on. So I mean, they have to be much more involved into RPA and learn as much as they can.
Would you like to share some resources? For example, what I keep on hearing from the people is they want to learn, but they are not finding any full-fledged or a systematic course or any platform to practice. I do keep on sharing them. There are a lot of available platforms, but I would like to hear from you the list of, or maybe you can share a couple of resources where these people, the aspiring RP developers or junior RP developers, can practice or can learn from. So Automation Anywhere University is the one, community
Yeah.
is the one platform. Are you aware about any such other platforms?
Yeah, they can also have look into RPAFeed channel where they can get good stuff. And
Okay.
apart from that, there is also UiPath community where they can have a look and start learning. And
So disclaimer, guys, this is not a paid promotion. Asif is sharing his own experience. So yeah. Okay, Asif, yeah, please carry on.
yeah, so this will make their life easy. And when we just like to add one point here, when we started, I started my journey when I started Automation Anywhere and started learning. At that point of time, it was a paid version, and there was no such community edition, and there was no such videos, anything. I mean, the new generations are very much, for them it's much more easier to learn RPA. There are a lot of stuffs on the YouTube available, and also now all the tools are also open. They have community versions of it. They can try it and learn it. And soon I mean, last 2 years back, I started as I was more into automation anyway. I started my younger brother to start with the UiPath. So now he is into UiPath. So there I started him making him. I mean, I was giving him some small tasks to do that. I used to help him for training, and then he got started with it. So this is how you have to do.
Yeah, the new generation is lucky enough to have
Yeah,
I mean,
Nikki.
this time. I mean, on YouTube we have a lot of content free of cost, which is available. The only thing is intent is needed. The right intent or consistency is needed. Anybody can find all the content. It's RPA platform, like all different major RPA platform. The content is already available.
Yeah, exactly.
That I would like to move to the next segment. Kind of experience you bring, you have a very good like team building quality in you. So I would like you to throw some light on the quality that matters for building a strong RPA development team.
Yeah, connected to all the team members, sharing the knowledge. Especially, I have also trained many of the junior developers or aspiring developers, and I have been always active community member where I have always been sharing the knowledge to a team and solving their issues and I mean issues in the sense that technical issues and always helping them and always addicted to the challenges like community challenges which we have and internally we have to stay connected and help each other learning this overcoming this any of the challenges which occurs in day to day as a developer life. You might be knowing there are many challenges which occurs which I might not be knowing and Deependra might be knowing. So and there are at many point of time it happens like you don't know some technologies how to automate that. Always keep you don't feel shy whenever you are when you don't know anything. Always stay connected with your team, ask them, speak them, always share your ideas, and always take an initiative to do something good.
Mhm. Yeah, and what quality do you look for? Whether you want that RPA developer or that RPA tester in your team. So, what qualities do you look in the resources. I wouldn't use that word resources. I would say in the people. If there are a few people there, they want to be part of your team. What quality do you look?
I would look first of all, I would look there should be always they should always be enthusiastically helping each other. Because being a developer, so far till now also when I'm doing the development, I used to face many challenges. So I used to immediately connect to the team member if I lack somewhere. Then definitely every time every person has a chance for learning, to get some good information about or to learn something good about that challenge. So always take an initiative to connect with your colleagues and to connect with your teammates, to assist them or to help them, and always try to share the knowledge.
Okay. Thanks for sharing those thoughts. Coming to this next segment, I want to understand from your point of view, what is the future of RPA? This question keeps on repeating on each and every podcast or each and every talk show. People want to know from last 5 years, they were also asking the same question, and now also they are asking the same question. What is the future of RPA? So I just want to know from your perspective.
To be honest, it's very bright, if you ask me, because when I started, it was very when I as I said earlier during my intro, I was into a Java. And when I shifted my career to RPA, at that point of time, I was thinking a lot whether this will be a good chance or this will be a good opportunity or not. But so far it has evolved so much, and now it's into the peak, and definitely going forward it will be into a very good direction. So don't worry about if there will be a scope or not. Absolutely there will be scope, and all the technologies keeps evolving.
Okay. So, I mean, 100x, 50x, the in terms of salary, people always likes to associate this tag. Maybe if we do RPA or if we get skilled in RPA, our salaries will multiply by double or 1.5 or maybe 10x. So, just giving it a thought. I mean, there are chances, right? You never know. I mean, RPA plus
Yes.
AI, the intelligent automation is the next big thing. If you are able to build solutions which are intelligent enough, then definitely people are there to pay you. So the future is bright, as you said rightly.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I think I'm done with the discussion. Would you like to add something? Your about your experience on coming to this podcast?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I mean, this is just previously I had a experience having virtual meetup sessions with Automation Anywhere team, and definitely just now we begin. This is our first meetup, and definitely in future I would like to have many more, and would always like to share as much as knowledge as I can. Connecting with you, Dipendra, and connecting with any people if I'm getting an approach with, I would definitely love to share all the information I have, all the knowledge I have, and to make our community, RPA community, grow in always a positive manner.
Sure. That's a really good intent, and that's how we grow once the community grow. So that's a
Yeah.
good intent, and I would definitely love to invite you if there in future if there is something specific we want to do with respect to SAP automation or any other scenario where people where from your experience people would uh, get a learning opportunity. So definitely I look forward to it. Thanks for coming, and thanks for accepting my invite for joining this session on a very short notice. It was really helpful, and so that we could meet and we could have this conversation. And I think it would definitely help the audiences. Any advice that you want to give to the aspiring or the current RPA developer?
Yeah, as I said earlier, keep learning yourself. Any of the places where you feel you are stuck, or any of the challenges you are facing, you can reach out to us. We would really love to help you guys, so that your future can be bright ahead. You can always connect with us on LinkedIn, or you can always send a mail where you can explain your issues or technical issues. We can help you with.
Sure, I mean that helps. And guys, whoever watching us, I'll definitely mention the LinkedIn connect or LinkedIn handle of Asif, and you can definitely contact him and you can reach out to him, share your questions or queries, whatever you have. Thanks, Asif, and the audience. Please subscribe to the channel and turn the bell notification so that you get the notification of such videos. And there are a lot more exciting podcasts coming up. So stay tuned.